Imagine this, you're 19 years old, barely out of high school, and instead of studying for exams, you're lighting up the biggest stage in football, the FIFA World Cup, for Kylian Mbappé. This wasn't a dream, it was reality. The 2018 World Cup in Russia was a tournament filled with surprises, but one of its biggest revelations was the teenage prodigy from France. At just 19 years old, Mbappé wasn't just good, he was extraordinary. His performances weren't just about his age. They were about a young star who played like he was born for the moment. So, how good was 19-year-old Mbappé during the World Cup? Let's dive into his remarkable story. Going into the 2018 World Cup, France was already loaded with talent. Antoine Griezmann, Paul Pogba, N'Golo Kanté, and others formed a squad full of superstars. Yet, it was their youngest player, Mbappé, who stole the spotlight. Having burst onto the scene with AS Monaco and secured a big money move to Paris Saint-Germain, Mbappé was already seen as a generational talent. But the World Cup was a stage like no other, a place where legends are made. Mbappé started the tournament brightly. In a group featuring Australia, Peru, and Denmark, he showcased his incredible pace, skill, and composure. Against Peru, Mbappé became the youngest French player to score in a World Cup, tapping in a goal that proved decisive in a 1-0 victory. While his numbers in the group stage were modest, his presence on the field was electrifying. Every time he touched the ball, defenders panicked, and fans held their breath. The knockout stages were where Mbappé truly announced himself to the world. France vs. Argentina round of 16. This match was Mbappé's masterpiece, a performance for the ages. He scored 2 stunning goals and earned a penalty for a blistering 70-yard run that left Argentina's defense in shambles. His pace was unmatchable, clocking speeds of over 37 kilometers per hour, and leaving world-class players like Marcos Rojo and Javier Mascherano in his dust. Mbappé became the first teenager since Pelé in 1958 to score multiple goals in a World Cup knockout match. Final score, France 4, Argentina 3. Mbappé wasn't just good, he was unstoppable. France vs. Uruguay quarterfinals. While Mbappé didn't score, his movement and creativity were crucial in France's 2-0 victory. His ability to draw defenders opened up space for his teammates, showing his tactical maturity even at 19. France vs. Belgium semi-finals. Against Belgium's formidable defense, Mbappé continued to shine. While he didn't get on the scoresheet, his breathtaking assist attempts and dazzling dribbles left fans and analysts in awe. France edged Belgium 1-0, advancing to the final with Mbappé as one of their standout players. The World Cup final against Croatia was the ultimate stage, and Mbappé rose to the occasion. He scored a stunning long-range goal at France's 4-2 victory, becoming only the second teenager after Pelé to score at a World Cup final. His celebration, arms spread wide, soaking in the moment, was the image of a young man who knew he had arrived. In a game filled with stars, Mbappé was arguably the brightest, capping off a tournament that etched his name in history. Mbappé's World Cup stats: games played 7, goals scored 4, assists 1, awards FIFA World Cup Best Young Player. But these stats only tell part of the story. Mbappé's impact went beyond goals and assists. His sheer presence, fearlessness, and ability to change games made him one of the tournament's best players. Why Mbappé was so special at 19? 1. Blistering pace. Mbappé's speed was unmatched, often leaving defenders chasing shadows. His acceleration made him nearly impossible to stop in one-on-one situations. 2. Composure beyond his years. For a 19-year-old, Mbappé's calmness in front of goal was extraordinary. He didn't just score, he scored with elegance and precision. 3. Tactical awareness. Mbappé wasn't just a solo artist, he worked within Didier Deschamps' system, making unselfish runs and linking up beautifully with teammates like Griezmann and Giroud. 4. Fearlessness. Mbappé played without fear, taking on defenders with audacious dribbles and never shying away from the spotlight. Mbappé's performances in Russia didn't just win him individual accolades, they solidified his status as the future of football. At just 19, he was already drawing comparisons to legends like Pelé and Ronaldo Nazario. France's World Cup triumph was a team effort, but without Mbappé, it's hard to imagine them lifting the trophy. His energy, goals, and charisma were crucial to their success. At 19, Kylian Mbappé wasn't just good, he was generational. The 2018 World Cup was his stage, and he delivered a performance that will be remembered for decades. From his lightning pace to his decisive goals, Mbappé played like a seasoned veteran, defying his age and inspiring millions. And as we look back on that magical summer in Russia, one thing is clear: 19-year-old Mbappé wasn't just a star of the future, he was already a legend in the making.